Hi, Caroline. So let me give people. Oh, let me check my phone. Let me check if I'm clear. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks, Mike. That's my bro. Thanks, Priska. Thanks, Caroline. Thanks, guys, for joining. Like, am I? Let me see. Am I like too blurry? Can you see me? So, guys, I think we can just start, and the rest of the people can will find us along the way. Oh my, I'm too blurry. I'm trying to figure out this live streaming thing, but I think I still have a long way to go. So, guys, let's just, since we're just going to talk, let me see. Since we're just going to talk, let me just continue. So this is the second live stream that I'm doing on the Making Money Online series. I want to be talking about how we can make money online. And there's so many ways you can do that. So today I'm choosing to talk about Upwork, like how you can make money through Upwork. If you're thinking of starting online work, but you don't know where to get the clients, Upwork is the place. I've been on Upwork for more than 9 years. I think even when I joined, it had a different name. It has evolved from, I don't know, Odesk to so many names. So this is a platform that I believe in. I've gotten so many clients from Upwork. If you're asking about direct clients, how can I get direct clients? Hi, Eunice. Thank you for joining. If you're asking where can I get direct clients, like you don't want to have someone like someone who is like an intermediary, like someone who has direct clients and then they give you the job. So when they give you the job, it means they're going to split what they have gotten from the client with you. But if you have direct clients, it means it's just you and the client. You're communicating to the client directly. You're giving them your rates. If they're paying you directly. All that money is yours. Not exactly all, because we're going to talk about, but Upwork takes a certain fee for connecting you to the client, but it's very, very much worth it. So if you've ever heard of Upwork, if you have some questions on Upwork, for example, if maybe you've joined, you don't know how to get jobs, or maybe you're thinking of joining and you don't know how to, just type the question, any question that you have on making money online, or any question that you have on Upwork, making money on Upwork, just type it in the chat, and then I'm going to read them and respond to them. That's why I wanted to go live, so that it's different from a recorded video, so that if I mention something and you want more clarification, you can ask me like here right now, and then we solve it. Okay, so I have some questions that I'm going to be going through first of all as you're typing your questions, because these are questions that people normally have about Upwork. So the first question is, how do I get started on Upwork? So if you want to get started on Upwork, you need to open an account with them. What is Upwork? Upwork is a freelancing platform that connects freelancers with employers, okay? So there are people who are looking for, there are employers who are looking for particular skills. And then there's you who is offering that skill. So you meet on Upwork. Upwork gives you that platform whereby you see the jobs that are advertised. If there's a job that you're interested in, you apply. Upwork connects you, and it gives you that security of at least the client. You'll be paid after you've done the job, no? So Upwork is that platform. So how do I get started on Upwork? I have the questions here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. So if you want to get started on Upwork, just go online, go to Google, type upwork.com, www.upwork.com. You'll get an option of signing in or creating an account. You create an account. Of course, they'll ask for your details just like with any other site, whether it's your name, your email address, your password, all those things. So you'll have an account. And initially, when I joined Upwork, there used to be tests. We did tests like the English basic skill test, but now there are no tests. So it is even easier. So you just create that account and then you create a profile. A profile is that when someone is interested, is curious about you, they can go check, oh, this is your name, what skills do you offer? Those are part of the things that are on your profile. For example, for me, I'd say I do article writing. I think I still have academic writing on there, though I haven't done academic writing in a long time, but that is on my profile. So if you come to read it, say Linda is from Nairobi, and don't worry, because I'm still learning how this live stream works, because you see it's not that clear, but my intention is to be able to share my screen at some point after I've figured things out, and at least you can see what is going on in my screen. I'll be sharing maybe my Upwork account so you can see how I arrange it, but you need your photo there. Of course, people want to work with someone, if you can put a face to the name, okay? It makes clients trust you more. So you want to have your photo. When you're taking a photo for your Upwork profile, let it be sort of like a passport, okay? Something that focuses on your facial features, not a photo where you are far away, you look like you're hiding somewhere. Something that clearly shows your face. So you need your photo, you need your name, you need your location. Where are you? Mine says Nairobi, Kenya. And then you also need the skills that you're offering. So if someone, for example, is looking for those particular skills, they'll be like, okay, Linda has listed article writing as one of the skills that she offers. So you just be given, fill this in, fill this in, fill this in. So you fill that, you have your profile, and now you can start applying for jobs. On Upwork, we call it bidding. So we are going to talk more about that in the next questions. So if you have any questions, just ask me as we go along, because I'm also looking at the chat. So the second question people have is, does Upwork charge a fee? And the answer is yes. Upwork charges a fee of 20%. The standard is 20%, but when it gets to, when you've made a certain amount of money, right now I can't even keep track because I've been on Upwork for so many years, but when you've made a certain amount of money, then they reduce it. Because I remember there was a client I worked with for a long time and I made a lot of money from that client. So Upwork sent me an email saying that from now on, they're going to deduct only 10% of the fees are not 20. So Upwork, yes, charges a fee. Standard is 20, but it depends. You can get 10, you can get lower depending on the job that you do. Like, do you do a lot of jobs, like jobs that bring in a lot of money? Okay, but standard just use 20% to gauge. So the third question is, what challenges do you face in getting clients? So the challenges you face in getting clients is the fact that Upwork is just saturated. Very many people have discovered Upwork. There are so many people on Upwork. And that is why even when you are applying for jobs, a job can be posted. In the next few minutes, you see there are around 50 people who have applied for the same job. 50 people. So the stiff competition is the number one challenge, because you want the client to choose you among these 50 people. Okay, so that is what you are. That is the challenge that you are going to face. And I've seen Eunice is saying, I would like to know how to bid successfully. I have been submitting proposals but haven't scored a job yet. Please advise. Yes, bidding is important because that is what will determine whether or not a client gives you a job. So there are things that I'm going to tell you that will help you to improve your chances of getting the job when you are bidding. Number one, when you are bidding, don't bid for jobs that have been there for, I don't know, 1 hour. No, because in that 1 hour, 30 people, 50 people have already submitted sub proposals. The client has looked at the first 10. He's already tired, or she's already tired. They've already chosen the person they want to work with. So as good as your proposal is, the client will not be able to see it. So if you say that I'm going to bid, like this is my time to bid, what I keep doing is keep refreshing the page. A client posts a job like less than 5 minutes, I've already bid on the job. So you be among the first people to bid, so that if you are among the top 5, then the client can see your bid. Okay, that is the first thing, because if they can't see it, it doesn't matter how good it is. So after bidding, real quick, like, because you're able to see on Upwork like how long ago was this job posted. So after bidding, the next thing you can do is how you structure your proposal. Okay, and I think I'll have a live, or maybe if it is not clear, I can record on how I bid, so you can see step by step. I'll do that. But now when you are bidding for a job, it's even how you start. Don't start like, people are used to things like dear hiring manager, like that's so absurd. What I normally do is that when you click on the job, when you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see the reviews from people who have previously worked with that client. So if you see the review, you'll see the client's name, like it was so much fun working with John. So so this client is called John. So what I normally do is, like, I normally don't do even dear, that is too formal. I normally say like, greetings, John. Even someone once asked me that, have you worked together before? How do you know me? It creates that rapport. So just start like, greetings, John, and then they're interested, like, okay, who is this person? Okay, so that also makes you stand out. Again, most of the time, especially for serious clients, if you look at their bid proposal, if you look at the job advert, you'll see maybe a link to their website. If they have a website, you'll see they've mentioned what they do or the name of their website. Go on the website. Don't be lazy. Just go on the website or click on the link. Just look at what they do specifically. Just in a few minutes, just look at what they do. Or sometimes you see even a client says that we've just established our website, blah blah blah. So I'm like, dear John, congratulations on setting up your website. You see, so you don't be like too uptight. So you are making the client excited. They're like, you first like tell them something nice, like congratulations on setting up your website. Or if you had looked at their website, if it's not new, and you've seen something good that they've done, you'd be like, hi, dear John, I like how simple your website is. I like how simple the interface is. It's easy to navigate. Then it tells the client that you are someone who is serious, and at least you've taken time to you care about their website. If there's something that you can change, something that you can help them with, you're like, yeah, I like this website, I like this, but I noticed that this thing, maybe this particular place, or if you click this link, it doesn't take you, whatever it is that you've noticed. Oh, sorry for the background noise. People have to work who are selling. So you tell them maybe something that you can help them with, or something that you can make them better. Like, I really like this, but if you can do this, it will really, really help clients to navigate it even more easily or something. Okay, so let's say the client has not told you about their website, you know nothing about the website. It's okay, you don't need to fake it and write about something that they have not indicated. So what you normally do is show them that you have skills that are relevant for that job. I've done jobs on various topics, from pets to beauty to grooming to accounting staff. So, for example, if I'm writing for someone who has a pet or who wants an article on pets, my accounting history does not matter. The fact that I've written about beauty does not come into play. I want to show them that I am an expert in this, whatever it is that they are telling me, which is pets. Okay, so normally tell them that, you know what, Sometimes I normally start, I have different bid proposals. Sometimes I'm like, hi, greetings, John. Like, my name is Linda Mary, and I'm the perfect person for this job. Let me tell you why. Okay, so I start like that. I'm like, first of all, I have written very many blogs and articles on pets. And if you have like a sample, mhm, if you have a sample that you've done and you tell him, I've attached a sample on maybe how to take care of pets, okay, or how to take care of your cat. They want the sample. They want to see that truly you are knowledgeable on this topic. So you say, and I've attached a sample. If you've done something online, you can attach a link. Here is a link to an article I wrote on pets. Try to connect it to showing them that you know about pets. If you have something sentimental, you can even say that I love pets. Personally, I have a pet and my pet's name is, I don't know, Rex. So you're trying to connect to that. Make it brief. Don't make it about you, make it about them. Don't be like, I most of the time. So it's like I'm trying to, you tell the client that I have helped many websites get more traffic and sales. You know what? And I have um, I'm familiar with SEO, okay, search engine optimization. So I will help your articles to rank better on Google search. I normally even tell them I know how to naturally insert anchor text, okay, in an article to give it more credibility. So you are showing them ways in which the skill that you have, it's not you praising yourself, but how the skill that you have is going to help them. Okay, so from there, you normally close. I think 2 to 3 paragraphs is normally just okay, just like an introduction and how you're qualified for that job. You can go into details. Maybe you say, like, I normally tell clients, I respect deadlines, which I do. I respect deadlines, and that means your viewers or your customers will always get their articles or blogs promptly. Okay, so I normally just finish like, thank you for giving me the opportunity to bid on this proposal, and then my working hours maybe are flexible. Feel free to contact me in case of anything. Okay, and then you attach those samples that you have talked about. If you have not provided a link, if you have the sample, let's say on Google Word, okay, at a Google Word, on Word document, if you have the sample on Word document, you attach it. That's it. So the more you do that, the more confident you'll become and the better you will become at making bid proposals. So Eunice, I hope this is helpful. If you have any other question on the bid proposal, you can still ask as we go along. So the fourth is, how do I get a job on Upwork? I think we've covered most of that on the bid proposal. There's on Upwork, there's a section for find jobs. So when you go to find jobs, all the jobs are listed there. You choose the job you want, you click on it, there's an option for submit proposal. You follow all the steps that I've talked about in submitting that proposal, and then the client might get back to you. There are some clients who will just go silent, and that's still okay. So the client can get back to you. They can be like, okay, I would want to work with you, like what exact timelines are best for you, and then they hire you. When hiring you, there are different kinds of jobs on Upwork, and I'm going to talk about that in another question. But there's something called escrow. It's like an account that Upwork creates where the money is. So a client hires you by depositing money in that escrow. So you can see the money. You even get an email from Upwork, and from your Upwork account, like your money account, you can see the money, but it's not yours yet. You can't access it. So once you've seen the money, at least you're confident this client won't scam you. You do the job, and then after you've done the job, you submit it. Once the client is happy, they approve, that Upwork releases those funds from escrow to you. Okay, so you can now, so when that happens, Upwork approves the account, and then within five days you get the account. Now the money is now available to you, so you can withdraw. Yeah. So the next question is, what skills do I need to work on Upwork? And hi Betty, thanks for joining. So what skills do I need to work on Upwork? So Upwork is a freelancing site. So the skill that you have, because normally people just think you can only do writing article or article, writing academic writing or transcription. No, if you go on Upwork, and in that segment where I'll be showing you my Upwork account, I'll show you the kind of jobs that are there. If you're a virtual assistant, if you're a HR person, if you do graphic design, web design, motion graphics, any skill that you have, that skill that you have that you are going to offer it to your at your 9 to 5 job, the skill that you have, you're going to offer in your office. That is the same skill that you can offer on Upwork. It's only that someone is not hiring you to come into their office, but they're hiring you for that skill. So whether it is an administrative assistant, whatever skill it is, okay, whatever skills you have. So Eunice, is there like a good time to bid? Most people have heard say that the best time to bid is at night. Because of the time difference, Upwork is an American platform. So, when it's nighttime over here in Kenya, then it's daytime over there. So it's daytime. That's when people go to look for, even if you're looking for someone to work for you, you wake up in the morning and look for them. You don't look for them. That's the best time. You see, so because of the time difference, so you can try bidding at night. But for me personally, I've never discovered like a good time to bid. I normally just say, you know what, I want to bid now. So I keep refreshing the page, looking at the next the available jobs. Maybe I take a break, come back after 1 hour, I bid. Okay, but you can try the night time because I've had so many people saying night time is best. Yeah. What format do I use to submit my writing samples? Here, people have varying opinions. Personally, I've used Word document for the past 9 years. I can say 6 years, 6 to 7 years, because I created an Upwork account and then forgot about it and continued writing for people. And then one day I was like, but this person that I'm writing for, they normally tell me they get their clients from Upwork. And I also have an Upwork account. Why am I writing for them? So they can split the money they get between me and themselves. And I also have an account. And then I was like, oh, where is that account? I went and looked for it. And the good thing is that even if it is dormant for a while, they don't close it. I don't know if the rules have changed. They didn't close the account. So I found it. So I think I can say I've worked on Upwork for around 7 years, as much as I've had an account for 9. So what format do I use? I know I've always used Word document, okay? But you can use Word document, you can use PDF, you can use Google Docs, because right now even it's people are being advised to, people prefer links. There are people who prefer links as opposed to downloading that attachment, that sample that you're sending as an attachment. They prefer to click on a link. So if you can save it on your Google Docs and then give the link to the clients, that will work. Another option that I'm considering writing for Medium. Medium is another platform. It's a whole other platform I can't talk about right now, but it's free to publish your articles. So you can always tell people, I'm a published author. Like my articles have been published somewhere online. If you don't have a website, I don't have a website. So I'm thinking of writing for Medium, and then I'll be providing links to my I'll be providing links to my Medium articles. So yes, Google Docs, Word document, link to any online platform that you're on. What do I do if I don't have writing samples? So if you don't have writing samples, you create writing samples. Let me tell you, there's a time I think the funniest writing sample I have is on parrots. I don't know what happened, but one day I was like, parrots are very interesting. Let me just research and write about parrots. And I used to send writing art samples on parrots. Maybe someone is asking they want an article on personal development, how to increase your confidence. And I'm there, I'm like, and I was very confident. I was like, yeah, I am very good at this, and I have written high quality articles. I have attached them below, and then I have attached that sample for parrots. I did 2 parrots and how to prevent someone from committing suicide. Don't ask me where these topics, I don't know, but this is the thing. Pick a topic just go online and write how to buy a car online. Write about it, even 500 words. There is your sample. You don't need to have it published somewhere. But if you have it published somewhere like Medium, as I've mentioned, that is always better because you always seem more professional. You can even publish something on your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so writing samples, create your own. There are also people, there are people who have written for so many people, and normally before you write for someone, they want to vet you, they want to see if you are a good fit for them. So they're like, can I give you a test? So they normally give you tests and then you do. Those tests become my writing samples because I'm not paid for it. You are giving me a test to see if you want to hire me for the job. Now, this is not on Upwork because I've also worked with people who have accounts on Upwork and other places. So if someone gives you, tells you to write a sample, that is your sample. Provided he or she has not paid you for it, that's your sample. If you don't have a sample, pick a topic, sit down, write about it. Most probably pick the topic that you are interested in. Personally, right now, I do a lot of topics on personal development. Even that's what my YouTube is all about. I'm all about personal development. So if I'm to pick a topic, I like picking about personal development, business, pets. I don't know, I like writing about pets. So pick that topic, write about it. So can I rely on Upwork to pay all my bills? And the answer is yes, you can. There was a time the only platform I was working for was Upwork. That was the only platform I was getting my writing jobs from. But it was not the only job I was doing. So based on that, I've had seasons where I don't have so many jobs. Sometimes I don't bid that much these days because I also have a full-time job. So sometimes I don't bid. I have regular clients who normally come back. But I've gotten to that point whereby I was getting money every week and I was like, if I'm serious about this and I give it more time and attention, it can pay all your bills. But it means that you have to work hard. This is a freelancing thing, okay? It's not like your standard, let me say if you're paying 50,000, you're paid 50, whether you come for 15 days or you come for 30 days. No, this is freelancing. The amount of work you do, the amount of articles, the number of articles you do, the amount of work you put in, that determines when you, that determines how much you make. So yes, you can, Upwork can pay all your bills. Number 10, I can't get my Upwork account approved. What can I do? So as I mentioned before, Upwork is saturated. There are so many people on Upwork, especially when it comes to writing. So I've had, for me, when I applied, there weren't so many people. So it wasn't hard. My account was just approved. I didn't get any difficulty. But right now, I've had people say that they can't get their accounts approved. So what people do, sometimes you need to know how to maneuver these things. Because if you apply for writing, they're like, writing is saturated. We have enough clients who are looking for writers. So if we add more writers and we have less clients, you see there'll be a gap. So what you do when you're filling in the skills, you can fill in skills, different skills, for example, virtual assistant or a HR professional. And then once your account is approved, you always have that option of editing your skills. You go and edit it and put writing. I hope work doesn't crucify me for this, but that's what you do. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Put another skill that is not so common. Once it has been approved, because the ones that are normally not approved are the ones for writing. I don't know why. There are very many writers on Upwork. Once it has been approved, change it to Upwork. Also, there are people who have mastered accounts on Upwork. There's one person, there's a Facebook group called Awesome Transcribers. Like, it is it is majorly for transcribers, but there are also a few writers in there. There's a guy called Frank. I think Frank Aturi or something. Go there and search for him. He's a guru. He can revive dead accounts. I've seen people whose accounts have been suspended, deleted, whatever he knows how to help you get your account approved, but you have to pay because that's his skill. That's something that he's giving you, okay? So there are people who can do that for you. If you get someone who can do that for you and you're willing to pay them, they know how to get your account approved and you start working. The next question is, can I work part-time on Upwork? And the answer is yes. I do work part-time on Upwork because I'm employed and I have so many other things. So that means that you can go there and do whatever it is that time that you have. Let's say that you only have weekends, then you only work on weekends. You get jobs, you apply for jobs, and you look at the timeline. Because the good thing with the Upwork is that normally most of the deadlines are not that strict. I have a client who gives me job and she's like, is 2 weeks enough for you to complete this job? And in my head, I'm like, if I am serious, I can do this thing in a day. But I'm like, yeah, 2 weeks is sufficient. So if you have like maybe someone has given you like a 1 week to do the job, and you know that you can do it within the 2 days, then you just take the job and then you do it within the weekend, that 2 days, or in the evening. You can do it part-time. Yes, just work with your schedule. How do I get paid on Upwork? So, 1 minute. So if you're on Upwork, they have different payment methods. The one I normally use is PayPal. They have PayPal. And if you're in Kenya, they have M-Pesa. Hey, they introduced the M-Pesa. And you see how excited I am. If you do not know the struggle that we used to go through when we got paid through Upwork, and then you used to look for these brokers who will transfer your money from PayPal to your M-Pesa, and then they charge you a fee. These people can deduct 1,000 bob as transactional fee or more for simply sending you the money, your money. So maybe you've earned 10K, and then they send you 8 or 9, and they tell you the other two they've deducted it because they're sending you the money from PayPal to M-Pesa. So you transfer from their PayPal to their PayPal, from your PayPal to their PayPal, and then they send you the money in M-Pesa. It was a struggle, but now you have M-Pesa. So you have those options. You can choose get paid via M-Pesa. It comes to your M-Pesa within a few minutes, or via PayPal, and then you can do PayPal to M-Pesa. PayPal to M-Pesa takes normally 2 hours to process. If you're withdrawing large amounts of money, PayPal to M-Pesa is good because they deduct minimum, I think it's less than 100 bob. It is 45 bob, I think. It's been a while since I used it. I normally use M-Pesa. But if you're doing large transactions, withdraw from PayPal, get paid through PayPal, and then transfer the money from your PayPal to M-Pesa. Within 2 hours, you have your money. So number 13 is how can I get connects? There's something called connects on Upwork. It is like the currency that you use to bid. Before we used to get 60 connects per month for free, and I could never utilize all the connects. This connect simply means if you're bidding for a job, if you've seen a job advert, you'll see this job requires maybe 3 connects or 4 or 6. So that is the currency. But right now, Upwork changed their time, so you have to buy the connects. But if your account is new, I think you're given 20 connects. So you buy the connects. When you go to the Upwork, there's settings, and then there's a place for buying connects. So you can buy it from your PayPal. You need to have maybe money in your PayPal, and then Upwork deducts the money. I'm not sure, but I think one connect costs 0.5 shillings. I'm not sure. $0.5. I'm not sure, but yeah, because I normally just buy around 500 bob. Okay, you can use for around 500 bob for a month or even 2 months, depending on how much you're bidding for jobs. So yes, that is how you buy connect via the settings on Upwork. So once you finish your connect, and then for connects, there are clients that there are jobs that if you see if it's written if you don't get this job, you get your connects back. So let's say you have 20 connects and this job requires 5 connects. If you don't get the job, they give you back your connects. Okay, so if you get those kind of jobs, that is so nice. And my baby is here. Okay, so we are almost through. So the next question is, do I need to pay to work on Upwork? And the answer is no. You don't need to pay. Opening an account is free. What you need to do is buy the connects. That's it. Yes? Motherhood things. Uh, so how does bidding work? I answered this when I answered Eunice Wanjiru's question on how to bid successfully. So So if I answered it when I answered the question on how to bid for proposal, how does bidding work? Bidding is a client posts a job advert and then you apply. You send in your proposal and then if you are selected, you work together. What does fixed price project mean? And then the last one is what about the hourly projects? There are two kinds of projects on Upwork. We have the fixed projects and the hourly. The fixed one means the client has set a fixed fee. Okay, for example, they can be like, I need a writer. I need someone to write a 1,000 word article, and my rate is 1,000 bob. That's a fixed project. Though it doesn't, the fact that it's fixed doesn't mean you can't bargain, okay? But you've seen the client's rate, so you ask yourself, am I okay with this or not? But if you you send your proposal, and then they engage you, you can be like, you know what? I charge 1,500 instead of the 1,000. So if they're okay with it, then they adjust their rate from 1,000 to 1,500. But you see, that is still fixed. You know the amount before you start working on the job. The next kind of job is the hourly job. This one, it means like it sounds, they pay you for per hour that you work. There's an app that Upwork has. If you get the hourly jobs, you install it on your laptop. And that now when you start working, you turn it on. So it times, it takes stock of how long it has taken you to work on that thing. So for example, it takes you 3 hours. And then on your profile, you normally even you're given that option of putting how much you charge per hour. Let's say that you charge $10 per hour. These things are in dollars because it's an American platform. Let's say you charge $10 per hour and then you've worked for 3 hours. That means you're going to get $30. If you still charge $10 and you work for 10 hours, it means you're going to get $100. So hourly jobs, it means that the amount you earn is not fixed. Okay, it's not fixed. It depends on the hours that you're going to work. And when you're doing the hourly jobs, that app normally just rotates and it takes screenshots randomly. So if you know you're doing an hourly job, don't be on Facebook and YouTube and you're like, I'll just let the time pass so that at least the hours can go by and I can get paid for so many hours, yet you have done nothing. It takes screenshots randomly and sends them to your employer. There's no way you can edit, there's no way you can do. So they'll just see that at 2 or 3 Linda was on Facebook because that is what the app captured, your Facebook. And you can't also be like, let's say like for the next 10 minutes, you're still on the same page. Of course, the client will know that you're just seated there, just waiting for time to pass by. So you have to be careful also when you're doing the hourly jobs. But they're so nice. You can earn a lot from them. And for hourly jobs, they even clients who normally ask you, like, give me an estimate, like, how many hours do you think it will take you? Because they look at your rates and they're like, okay, now you're charging $10 per hour. So you want to know approximately how long do you think it will take you, so that they can also look at their budget, okay? But you know, it's not that fixed. It's an hourly job. So I think those are the questions I had for today. There are so many, and I know there are so many other questions that we still have. We'll be doing this. It will be like a series. So if you have any more questions on making money online, making money through Upwork, you can type it in the chat and I can answer it before I end this live stream. But even before that, I am so happy. I'm so happy to have you here, guys. Thank you so much. It is nice having you here. So yeah, that's it. Just go to upwork.com and you start working on Upwork and making money. So do you have any questions? Have you been sharing this live with your friends? You can still share it because some people can watch the recording, so there's no problem. I had posted some in some places. Let me check if there are people who have questions before I end. They might have sent me questions. Yeah, someone is asking, will the video be saved to watch later? Yes, I'm going to save this video. So you can just watch it later, and hopefully hopefully that any question you had was answered in this live, because that's why it's better to be in the live, because you might have a question and I might not have covered it here. But if that is the case, because people are working and everything, I understand. So if you're not able to catch the live, then you can watch the replay. Or if there's something that you still want to go back on and listen to my answer again, in case I was going too fast, you can always go back and just watch. Oh, sorry, I deleted my mic. It seems there's no question, guys. So let me just end this live. Okay. So Grace is asking, hey, I wanted to ask, does Upwork get to be selective when with choosing accounts creation? So, okay, I don't want to speak for Upwork because they have not put it out there that they prefer you to create accounts for other skills. But what I know is that for skills that are saturated, like article writing, like writing generally, they normally now don't approve as many accounts as those of other skills. Because let me say, this is a platform, okay, that is connecting freelancers and workers and employers. So let's say like you have 100 employers, 100 people who are looking for 100 people who are offering job opportunities, and then the people who are applying for these jobs are 500. You see that there'll be that there won't be a balance. So it means that a lot of people will be hanging. They won't get clients. So for areas like writing, where they know there are so many writers, sometimes it's normally, I don't even know when they do this, but sometimes they don't approve their accounts, and then other times they approve them. So I think it normally depends with how many employers do they have, how many job do they have for the people in that platform, because they also just don't want to approve accounts and then you get there and then there's no job for you because there are fewer clients. So you just have to try. You just have to try. Just create one and see if it works out or not. If it doesn't, can you use another skill like I mentioned? Instead of saying that you're doing writing, maybe put another skill, maybe even web design or something. And then after your account has been approved, you go back and change it to writing or whatever it is that you wanted. If that doesn't work, also look for these people who help you to get your accounts approved. Yeah, sometimes you just need to pay for these things, okay? But it's not always the case. If you're comfortable with that and everything else has failed, then I would encourage you to do that. So, Grace, is that what you are asking? Hopefully. I hope I have answered it. So, I don't see any other questions. So, yeah, I'm going to end this live here. Thanks once again, guys. I'll be doing a lot of these. And as I told you, if I figure out this live streaming stuff, then I want to also be doing things like maybe you watch me write live. I write live, so it's like a mini training. Maybe if you want to write and you don't have money to pay for a trainer, you see how I normally write, how I research, the sites that I go to. If I'm bidding for a job, I can go to Upwork and you see how I bid for jobs like live. So it will be a series. It will be a series, like we'll have so many of these, okay? And those I'm thinking of, I don't know how many people are interested in being virtual assistants, because I want to bring someone, a pro virtual assistant, okay? Because may not be interested in writing or transcription or web design, graphic design, but if you are interested in maybe being a virtual assistant, okay? So I'm thinking of being someone, I'm not thinking, if things work out well, I'll have someone who is going to talk to us about being a virtual assistant and all that. Okay. Uh, okay. Thanks, Grace. At least I'm happy I have. So that's it for this live. Bye bye.